Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is December 19th, 2023, and it's reported that Adidas and New Balance have joined the race to be Barcelona's main sponsor. Also, John Laporta has chosen Rafa Marquez as Xavi's possible replacement. And finally, it's looking more and more likely that Clement Lenglet will end up joining AC Milan in the winter transfer market. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and as I've mentioned many times before, I'm currently out of the country on vacation for the holidays, so I haven't been posting daily videos or your weekly live streams on Mondays and Wednesdays. Instead, I've been doing these short 10-minute live streams to keep you up to date on Barcelona news whenever I can. I apologize for starting this live stream a little bit late. YouTube kicked me out of my own channel for security reasons, since I am broadcasting from outside of the US. Don't worry, I've recovered my account. Everything's good to go, and I'm here to give you all the Barcelona news so you can stay up to date on our beloved club. Now, having said that, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the gift bag. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you hit the bet us. Both links are down below in the description. Now, let's begin with the latest that today the Royal Spanish Football Federation and La Liga announced that they have reached an agreement to publicize the recordings of the VAR room, or the recordings of the communications between the VAR room and the referee. Now, I talked about this a few weeks ago in a previous video when I said that the Royal Spanish Football Federation and La Liga were considering publicizing the recorded conversations between the ref and the VAR. And well, now it has been approved. Both bodies, or both governing bodies, have reached an agreement, and now La Liga will start publicizing or publishing the recordings of the conversations between the referee who's on the field and the referees who are inside the VAR room. Now, this will only apply to the conversations between the ref and the VAR room when the ref goes to the actual VAR monitor to review a play. So we are going to hear what's going on between the ref and the VAR room, but again, only when the ref goes to the VAR monitor. Now, to me, it's not ideal. I would rather that La Liga publish all the conversations between the ref and the VAR room, because I think one big problem that's been with Barcelona this season, it's not the referees have not called penalty kicks in favor of Barcelona after reviewing the play. The problem has been that the referee doesn't even want to review the play to begin with. So I would like to hear the conversation between the ref and the VAR room before he goes to the screen, to see why the referee did not want to go to the screen and look at the play, or to see even if the VAR room alerted the referee to begin with of the play. I would like to hear that. But nonetheless, it is a step forward. It's a positive step forward to start getting more transparency, to start getting a better understanding of why referees ruled a certain way. And of course, it is going to be a better way to hold referees accountable, because then we can hear their conversations and we can then, question them about it and say, hey, why did you say this? Why didn't you say that? So not an ideal solution, but nonetheless a positive first step in the right direction. Now let's go into the next big topic, which I know you guys are dying to hear about, which is that Nike and Adidas and New Balance have joined the race to become Barcelona's main sponsor in the place of Nike. Now, we've been talking about this for quite some time. We all know that Barcelona have an agreement with Nike that goes all the way to 2028, where Nike pays Barcelona 105 million euros per season fixed. There are some variables, so that can reach all the way up to 155 million euros per season that Nike pays Barcelona. And Barcelona have been trying to renegotiate the contract with Nike because they think that they're not getting the fair market value. And on the other hand, Nike, of course, believe that they are paying Barcelona their fair market value. Now, ever since Barcelona decided to start renegotiating the contract with Nike, other companies have now come forward offering Barcelona to become their main sponsor. Of course, we talked about Puma, who reached out to Barcelona first, offering Barcelona double what Nike are currently paying them so they can become Barcelona's main sponsor. And well, now there are two more companies who would like to become Barcelona's main sponsor, including New Balance and surprisingly Adidas, who look like they do want to have a monopoly on the Spanish league by sponsoring the two Spanish giants, which would be, of course, Real Madrid and Barcelona. Now, Barcelona are not looking to end the contract with Nike abruptly or to break the contract. They are looking to, stay with Nike until 2028, which is when the contract expires. But nonetheless, despite that contract expiring in 4 years, Barcelona are now entertaining these offers to see what these companies are willing to offer. Just in case if things don't work out with Nike in 2028, then Barcelona could move forward with a new sponsor. Now, it's reported that Barcelona's main concern right now is that they want more control of BLM. BLM is the Barca licensing and merchandise. It's the the merchandise arm of Barcelona. It's the arm that's in charge, of producing all the Barcelona merchandise, of licensing it and selling it. Right now, Nike manages most of BLM, with Barcelona having very little control of BLM. It looks like Barcelona, in their new contract, would like more control of BLM, and they're even willing to forgo some of the money that these companies could offer them per season in order to have more control for BLM. So we're going to have to see what these companies end up offering Barcelona and whether Nike ends up offering Barcelona more money, and see who will Barcelona end up with. I would like to hear from you. Who do you would like to see Barcelona team up with? Would you like to see them continue with Nike? Would you like perhaps maybe Adidas, Puma, New Balance take their place? Let me know down below in the comment section. Now on to the next news, another big news, which is that Joan Laporta has chosen Rafa Marquez as a possible replacement for Xavi Hernandez. Now I say a possible replacement because Joan Laporta has made it clear once again, he's said this several times in these past few days, that Xavi Hernandez is his coach, that he believes that Xavi Hernandez is the right coach for FC Barcelona. He believes that Xavi Hernandez can revert the situation and make things better. And Joan Laporta is not willing to fire Xavi Hernandez no matter what happens because, again, he believes he's the right coach. However, he did say that he believes that Rafa Marquez is doing a great job with Barca Athletic. And in the case that Xavi Hernandez decides to leave on his own accord, so if Xavi Hernandez decides to resign on his own accord, decides to leave, then Joan Laporta would like to see Rafa Marquez in the place of Xavi Hernandez as the first team's coach. So again, this is only in the case that Xavi Hernandez decides to leave on his own accord, because according to Joan Laporta, he believes that Xavi Hernandez is the right coach and that he's not willing to fire him. And this is only if Xavi decides to leave on his own accord, then Joan Laporta would like to see Barca Athletics coach Rafa Marquez as Barcelona's new coach. Now, more news, because today Barcelona have announced that Pedri has suffered yet another injury. It seems like he felt some discomfort during training, and therefore Barcelona decided to be extra cautious and decided to rest the players. So Pedri is not going to be included in the match tomorrow against Almeria. He's also not going to travel with the team to the U.S. to play that friendly match the following day against Club America, the Mexican club Club America, because, again, Barcelona want to be extra cautious with Pedri because he has suffered a lot of injuries in the past. Now, Barcelona have not announced how long Pedri will be out, but some reports are saying that he could be out between 3 to 4 weeks, which means that we could see Pedri back by the next year in 2024. Now, speaking of Barcelona players, there has been some news about Robert Lewandowski. I know a lot of people are upset at the Polish striker because he hasn't been scoring the chances he's been getting. And a lot of people have been speculating, or the media has been speculating, that Lewandowski could end up leaving during the winter transfer market, maybe during the next summer. Well, the club have made it clear that their sense out of Lewandowski is that Lewandowski is not planning to leave in the winter. He's not planning to leave in the summer. He's happy in Barcelona. His wife is happy living in the city of Barcelona. So the Polish striker has no intention of leaving, despite having multi-million-dollar offers from the Saudi League. The Polish striker wants to stay put in Barcelona. Now, more news, because now we have to talk about Clement Lenglet, who looks like will be leaving the club, or I guess coming back to the club, then leaving the club again to AC Milan in the winter transfer market. Now, I talked about this a few days ago. Lenglet, of course, is currently on loan with Aston Villa. His loan is not working out. He's not getting playing time. Emery, who is the coach of Aston Villa, does not count on Clement Lenglet at all. So Barcelona were considering recalling Clement Lenglet from his loan, bringing him back to Barcelona, and then loaning him out to another team so he can get more playing time. And I told you a few days ago that AC Milan were interested in signing Clement Lenglet in a winter transfer market because they have some injured center backs. They do need to reinforce their defensive back line, and they're very much interested in the French defender. Now, in order for this to happen, in order for a recall of the loan to happen, Barcelona has to agree, Aston Villa has to agree, and of course, Clement Lenglet has to agree as well. So far, Barcelona are in favor of this move, and the new news is that Lenglet is also in favor in the news, and in fact, Barcelona have given him the green light to negotiate a new loan with whatever team he wants. So when we have 2 out of the 3 parties who are in favor of ending this loan, of course, pending Aston Villa, who I imagine are also going to be in favor because, again, they don't count on the French defender. So it's expected that Barcelona will be able to recall Clement Lenglet in the winter transfer market. And AC Milan are very much interested in signing the French defender. Now, it's reported that Barcelona do want to include an obligation to buy in the contract of Clement Lenglet worth 10 million euros. Maybe it could be just a straightforward obligation to buy with AC Milan would just have to buy him at the end of the season. It could be maybe an option to buy, an obligation to buy that's contingent on some kind of factor being met, like, you know, Clement Lenglet playing a certain amount of matches or Clement Lenglet playing a certain amount of minutes. Anyways, Barcelona want to include that obligation to buy because they want to offload Lenglet permanently. You know, they don't count on Lenglet at all. They've been loaning him for the past few seasons, and they're kind of tired and over it. And it looks like he could be heading to the Serie A. Anyways, that is all the news for today. Again, I will try to keep doing these short live streams while I'm outside of the country. I will be back home on Friday morning. So I will be doing a regular video on Friday in my YouTube studio, and I will be back to my regular scheduled videos. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, for your likes, for your subscriptions. I will see you later. Have a good night or good morning wherever you are in the world. And as always, Bis Barça.